Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me, I'm all fired up and I'm ready to roll. The dark clouds of my bad mood have been swept away by a breeze of positivity and the sun is now shining once again. So without further ado, let me post the question of the day, roll the intro and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It is Thursday, the 28th of April, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, the Hillhead 2022 countdown starts with a bang. We have some Italian backhoe flair from Venieri. We're checking out a seriously big demolition rig, and we will be showcasing what I'd like to describe as the labradoodle of the heavy plant world. Plus, technology allowing, Peter Haddock will be joining us with another of his legendary outside broadcasts. If you've got any comments or questions, then please leave them in the chat and I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to one Oscar Schindler. He's making a list and he's checking it twice. Many happy returns also to Harper Lee, author of To Kill a Mockingbird, and to her fellow author Terry Pratchett, he of Discworld. Happy birthday also to comedian, chat show host, and walking chin, Jay Leno, and to Wild Thing golfer John Daly. Also to actresses Penelope Cruz and Jessica Alba. But far, far, far more importantly, today marks the birthday of a man who brought demolition to the UK nation's TV screens. The legend that is Mr. Fred Dibnah. Many happy returns to them, one and all. It doesn't look like Peter Haddock is ready for us quite yet, so I'm going to crack on with the show and we'll come back to him as soon as he appears in the green room. So in just 54 days' time, the industry will make a welcome return to Buxton in Derbyshire as the doors to the Hillhead exhibition open once again after a prolonged and frustrating COVID absence. We're excited at the prospect of the show's return, which actually marks its 40th year. So much so that between now and the opening day of the show, we will be bringing you regular updates on the products and services that will be on display. Those updates will be part of a new show element that we're calling Hillhead Highlights. And it seems only right and proper that our first Hillhead highlight should come from the show's organisers themselves. So here they are, ensuring that exhibitors have about 30,000 tonnes of rock to load, carry, crush and screen during the 3-day show. Now, speaking of Hillhead highlights, here's one of the companies that will be at the show.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
It's time to welcome onto the show that master of the outside broadcast, Mr. Peter Haddock. I can see him standing by. I'm hoping he's ready, and I hope we can hear him as well. While I'm dragging him in from the green room or in from the cold, let's quickly play his intro music. Good morning, Peter.
Hello. Hi, Mark. Can you hear me? That's the most important thing. That's fantastic. So, Mark, today I'm joined with Dan from GGR Group. And Dan, come into the shop with me. Dan's my new electric friend, Mark, because Dan, and behind us, you will see the Farasin all-electric telehandler. GGR Group is the UK importer, and they're celebrating because they've now sold 6 of these units to my friends at Flannery Plant Hire, Mark. So all electric here, Morgan Sindall site in Birmingham. And this is a project where basically they've been making a road for the Commonwealth Games, new bus lanes, and fundamentally they're now using those bus lanes in the future to have electric buses. And so we're in a zero emission zone here when this machine has been working. But also we've got, unfortunately, Mark, behind us, a waste and recycling facility on the compound here. So it might be a bit noisy. But Dan, this is really exciting, isn't it? The whole point of electric is that we can actually bring that to market in lots of different applications now, thanks to Flannery, can't we?
Correct. As a company, we always look for equipment that can be used in restricted access or low emissions areas. We found this product at Balmer in 2019, and we played an instrumental role in bringing it into the UK market, with Flannery being the first customer for this.
And I think, Mark, this is the first Flannery plant hire unit that ever came into the UK in the 2020. And the team here have been talking to the operator. He's called Happy, and he is actually very happy with the way in which this machine's helping him do his job. And Mark, further up that way, we've got a bank of, not trucks, we've got a bank of vans, sorry, Mark, that are actually put together on there being charged by Morgan Sindall, and those vans are being used in the low emission zone. And so we've got electric here that's parked up next to an electric van. So we're all electric here with Morgan Sindall, which is absolutely fantastic. And there's lots of different applications because we're going inside later on, aren't we, Dan? That's another benefit of the electric.
Yeah, so naturally, when we talk about low emission, we talk about it being able to be used indoors. But now, environmentally sensitive areas are external. You only need to look at the low emission zones in the likes of Birmingham or the ULEZ in London to know that low emission is very much an outside factor as well as in.
Yeah, and what's really important here, Mark, for me, is that what we're doing is we're showing with Flannery that this equipment can be used effectively. Also, this equipment is linked into Flannery's Machine Max system. That's a telemetry system that reads all the data off this machine, what it's doing, what it's consuming, electric, not diesel, remember. And so all of that is being fed back to Morgan Sindall, who are a big company and a big user of Flannery equipment. So it's their whole eco structure they can look at, and they can obviously see the impact of electric against other machines, and they can obviously see idle times and things like that. You've actually spent a lot of time actually with the Machine Max team looking at how to do that, haven't you?
Yeah, so Flannery called on us to integrate Machine Max, which is their preferred system, into the Farmatics telematics system. Of course, you have electric, but part of it's about understanding how they're being used to get the best return and best results, whether that's for training or whether that's to have live data to be able to feedback and inform the management process.
So, Mark, it really is another electric visit from me today. It's great to come into your show by the means of electric devices as well, Mark.
Well, you've managed to answer all my questions, but can I just ask you to do one small thing for me? Can I get you to both step aside and show us what the machine looks like? Gorgeous.
Yes, Mark.
No, I mean, not as gorgeous as you, obviously, but a gorgeous looking machine.
And that is, Mark, that is the 626 electric, if you want to find that on the GGR Group's website. And I'm going to be talking to the operator. I'm going to be talking to the Morgan Sindall team here. I'm also going to be talking to one of their product specialists from Farasin, who's flown in to see me, especially. I feel quite honoured for that one as well, Mark. So that's brilliant. So we'll catch up with you later with more information further down the line for everyone to see on my channels, Content with Media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and of course Peter Haddock on LinkedIn. And that's great. So thanks ever so much, Mark, and see you very soon.
Thanks for coming into the show, Peter, and have a great day.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Now, before we were so rudely interrupted, we were talking about exhibitions. We were talking specifically about Hillhead at that point. But one of my other personal favourites was always the Samota show over in Verona in Italy. Yes, the pizza and pasta were a key attraction, but so was the presence of a lot of equipment manufacturers that barely ventured outside their native Italy. Italian equipment just has a certain flair, so I was delighted to see a new film from those fine folks at Venieri.
I said let go. I said let go.
I will get back to Samota one of these days.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
At the end of the show, we're going to be bringing you something a bit out of the ordinary, something from the very left of left field. But first, let's pause a while to admire, let's pause a while to admire what is known in demolition circles as a big rig. That really is quite a weapon, isn't it? Now, demolition contractors within easy reach of Kent, lend me your ears, because this one is for you. £11.5 million of your finest Kentish quids have been set aside for the construction of a pair of residential blocks on a site in Corporation Street in the town of Rochester. But before that construction can commence, there is a small matter of demolishing a building that currently resides on the site. At the time of broadcast, a suitable demolition contractor has yet to be appointed. Now, you can find out more about this project lead and countless more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk. Alternatively, if you prefer to have those leads inserted directly into your inbox, then please call Nigel O'Sullivan using the number that is currently displayed at the foot of your screen. He is standing by to take your call. And speaking of all things Builders Conference, I'm planning to give you all a bit of a break on Monday as it's a bank holiday here in the UK. However, when we return on Tuesday, I'll be joined by Builders Conference CEO as we look back over the construction contract awards reported in the month of April. I've checked the BC Live League table this morning before we came on air, and it's currently standing at literally a fraction under £4.9 billion. In all likelihood, it will break the £5 billion barrier before the month is out. It's actually down a little bit on the 5.7 billion reported in the same month last year. But given all that is going on in the world, Ukraine, red diesel, AdBlue, skill shortages, material shortages, fuel price hikes, material price hikes. Given all of that, a £5 billion month is probably more than we could probably have hoped for. So tune in on Tuesday to find out the stories behind the stories. At the top of the show, I promised you something a bit, how shall I put this? Something a bit unusual. If you're watching this show, you almost certainly know your plant and equipment. You know what a dozer is. And if you're anywhere near as old as me, you'll probably have a pretty good idea what a scraper is too. But have you ever heard of a scrape dozer? Nope, me either. that really is the labradoodle of the plant world. If you'd like to know more about that machine, I've just posted a link in the chat, which I'm just going to throw up on the screen now. That's my link, but you might also check out Mr. Drew. Nick Drew has covered these way back in 2019, which shows his finger is far more on the pulse than mine. So go and have a look at that at your leisure. Now I need to play this.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat. I don't know why it's always gazelle-like. I need to come up with something else, but I'm going to leap gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around, then please stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. Have a great day, and thanks for tuning in, and thanks for taking part. But if you can stick around, to talk about wage differentials, the New Zealand Demolition and Asbestos Association Awards, and whatever else takes your fancy. I'll see you on the other side of this.